What's up, Peak Timers? Let's open up the best Hot Wheels set of the year, the Timeless Icons. Car number 1 of 5 from our Timeless Icons set is the Ferrari F50, a brand new casting. In fact, there are 4 brand new castings in this Timeless Icons set. So that's very, very unique. The F50 is car number 1 of 5, and we are going to open this and then we'll compare it to some of our older F50s that we've gotten before. So here we have the brand new casting, obviously being a premium casting. So we do have new wheels on here. We have Real Rider tires on this one that are treaded. There's your bottom base in the black matte variation. And you can see this casting is gorgeous. It's just a brand new retooled casting. So it's definitely a lot more updated. It looks a lot more proportionate. Love the color. Love that Ferrari shields on there, of course. There it is from your front end, and they've just done a great job at this one. So very impressive. I do have some of the older castings here beside me. So one of the original ones was the roof removed, or the convertible variation of it. And that, in fact, if you don't know, every Ferrari F50 does have a roof hardtop that comes off. So they do the casting like this one originally with that hardtop removed. That was the first release of it. And then we did have this one right here, which is the hardtop one that is very similar to our new one. So if we put these ones side by side, and you can just see the difference. You can see the difference in proportions. The newer one's definitely wider. The back end looks a lot better. Like, just look at the amount of space between right here and the space right there. So it's just completely different. The front ends are completely different. Yes, this is more of a mainline casting, but this is a premium. But besides the paint, I mean, it's just the casting itself is just a lot better. So there it is from that side. We'll go top down view, or sorry, side view, and you guys can see the difference on how much better the new Ferrari F50 is. There it is from the rear. So this is our new one, and that's the old one. And just look at the grates on the inside, how much bigger it is, just a lot more proportionate. So I really am impressed when Hot Wheels comes out with retooled castings, because a lot of times they'll just recycle castings over and over and over and over and over, and then never update them. And then we have just a bunch of ones that are still nice looking castings, but they just need to be updated. So it's nice to see the updated Ferrari F50. Obviously, we're getting a lot more newer updated models of the Ferrari line, being that 2025 is the return of Ferrari. But yeah, I mean, you just look at that, you're like, oh, this looks more like a toy that kids play with. This looks like a collectible model. So absolutely loving the new Ferrari F50. We'll put these ones here beside it, and then we'll put the F50 right there. In fact, we'll go a little bit further back so we can make some more space for our other cars right there. This video is brought to you by Whatnot. Whatnot is an app available on Apple and Android. Go ahead and download it, and then use my link down below and sign up, and you'll get a $15 credit to spend for your first purchase. Whatnot is becoming the #1 platform to buy and sell Hot Wheels, sports cards, Lego, and many other items. All of the items that you're seeing on screen now is a preview of some of the things that I'm going to be auctioning off this Saturday, October 25th. So go ahead, use my link down below, sign up, get a $15 credit, and I will see you on there. And car number 2 of 5 is the Koenigsegg Agera R right here. And this is not a new casting. It's the only one that's not a new casting in this lineup right here. So there it is, car number 2 of 5. Nice looking color on this one. Let's pop this one on open and get a close-up look. And then we have some of the other Koenigsegg's we can compare it to as well. So my favorite wheels, you guys know right there, the color on here, very Koenigsegg. So I love to see when the Koenigsegg's come out with a nice color, and then they have these like highlighted lines. We've seen that a lot in, like, I think Tarmac came out with some cars, some Koenigseggs that had that as well. So you get a lot more detail in the paint. So that's something very unique about this casting. So you get the metallic paint job, and then you have the black inserts, the colored neon inserts on there to really highlight the lines of the car. You can see even that spoiler, plastic spoiler, but still in color as well. So just a really unique model on this one. Obviously this one, I can see it not being the most popular, kind of like a, quote unquote, the peg warmer of the set. But I mean, if you put this one in any other set without the ones that it's competing with, really, this would be one of the highlights. So definitely a cool one. One of our original releases, actually, here's the red original release. This is the one that we saw in the Pop Culture Need for Speed. So that's your original release of it. And still the same casting as far as I can see. Yeah, it is the same casting for sure, but it's definitely being updated, so you can see the paint difference on the newer ones. You get the metallic paint, you get all the striping inserts, whereas this one, I mean, it's more solid, it's more clean, but it's just, you can tell how much of a difference. Like, I can't remember the year that this one came out. This one is it's probably, I don't know, it's probably closing in on 10 years, I would say, that this casting's been around. And then you see your updated variations that have way better paint technology. Even the lights, like, look at those front lights. The fade on the lights just looks a lot nicer. And then this one right here is the matte black variation that we did see in the dioramas. And you can see the difference in the wheels on those ones right there. The diorama one does look good. A matte black finish with the white wheels. Definitely unique. And this one does have that pinstriping on the front. The headlights are different paint. They're different Tampa work on there. We still get the ghost on the back, so you can see the smaller ghost on the new one, a little bit bigger on the diorama variation, but really cool castings. Really cool casting. Like I said, not going to be your most highlighted ones of the set due to the fact that it's competing with just so many other good castings, but we will put them right back there. And car number 3 of 5 is the Porsche Carrera GT in yellow and in premium. And I actually have to correct myself. Technically, this one is not a new casting, but it is the first time that we're seeing the Carrera GT in the premium lineup. So we haven't seen a metal base real riders on a Carrera GT before. We've only seen it in the main lines. So kind of new, but not exactly. But yellow Carrera GT, yellow my favorite color. Carrera GT, one of the best Porsches of all time. Wow, just awesome. So there it is. And of course, my favorite wheels. You guys know I love these wheels on the Hot Wheels line. So Carrera GT, we have it in the yellow. There's your Carrera GT detailing. So obviously being a premium, we've got your metal base on there. This one has the slicked real riders on it. So that is interesting, not the treaded real riders on there. We can see the paint detail on the front for those tampos right there. The Porsche logo on the front end just looks fantastic. Staggered wheels. So we got the bigger ones in the rear, smaller ones in the front right there. And just a great looking model. And actually, in fact, I do have another mainline yellow Porsche Carrera GT beside me. So we'll be able to see the differences. Obviously, the paint on the premium one's a little bit better, but how does it stand for? Yeah, so the details on, look at the front Tampa work. So that's your mainline regular one. And look at the difference in the lights right there. So definitely different. The Porsche logo looks pretty much the same, although that's not centered properly. And it kind of over goes right on where the hood cracks are on that one. Properly centered, a little bit smaller as well, but there's some differences definitely. The rear silver on the mainline one. This one is a little bit more black, or kind of like an imitation carbon, so I almost dropped these. Rear lights, you can definitely see the better detail on the premium one. The Carrera GT logoing, it's a little bit darker on the premium one than it is. The exhaust, all that good stuff is all pretty much the same in your bottom base. Pretty much the same, obviously, this one being plastic, being a mainline. But yeah, overall still pretty comparable. I mean, just holding it though, you can definitely see the difference in the paint quality. I don't know if it shows that well on my camera, but definitely nice one. This one has like the silver kind of faster than ever style wheels on there. But yeah, fantastic casting. And you know what? We're probably going to do some races, and we'll race the premium Porsche against a bunch of other exotics. We'll do some races down our track right here. But let's put the two yellow Carrera GTs side by side right there. And car number 4 of 5, we have the Nissan Skyline GTR Vspec 2 BNR34. Most people will be like, we've seen an R34 in the Hot Wheels lineup, but we have not seen a Vspec 2. If I were to tell you in real life the exact differences between a Vspec 2 and the regular one, I probably couldn't, but I know that this one is a new model. So it is definitely a new retooled variation. And being a Skyline R34 GTR, I can guarantee you we're going to see a ton of recolors of this casting as we have of the standard BNR 34 GTR. And there we have it. Blue is a beautiful start to this casting though. Metallic blue, wow, just so amazing, so amazing. You guys know my favorite wheels. These ones blacked out, and you can see this one is an updated one to our previous one, and we'll do a little comparison in a second here, but it looks fantastic. Vspec 2 is kind of like, I believe, as far as I know, it's like the best of the Skyline. Like it's the one that the collectors are gonna want in 20 years. They're gonna want a Vspec 2 of the R34 GTR, but just gorgeous. And I do have one of our original Fast and Furious release variations of the BNR 34. So you can see there's definitely the differences on these ones. This one it's a little bit more bubbly and rounded, whereas this one's a little bit more squared off bodywork. Again, I couldn't tell you exactly in real life what the main differences are, but my point is these are two very different castings, and you can see the updates on the newer one here on my right and the original one on my left. Actually, you can see the main difference on that hood. You can see the grates on the hood right there. So the new one is, in my opinion, the new one is a lot cleaner looking, a lot more modern looking than the original one. So even the spoiler difference, look at the spoiler difference. Like honestly, now that I look at this casting, the older one, I can see a lot more faults in this casting than what I did originally. Like this one is such a popular casting in RLC and all that, but when you compare it to the new Vspec 2, it just looks like a lot better. Like just look at the lights in the back end. It just looks a lot more proportionate to scale. So definitely a much better updated model variation. And actually I do also have the RLC, one of the new RLC selections, so we can compare it to that one as well. I mean, this is a premium casting, but even then you can see the differences on there in the front end. We can see it. We'll go this way on the side. These do have the same wheels on there, so that might help put it into perspective a little bit more, but you can see the new one. It definitely looks a lot better. The Vspec 2 is so much better than the original one. And I truly love this casting. Like this is such a popular casting. I love collecting all of the different variations of it. But now that the Vspec 2 one is out, it's just so much nicer and proportionate. And of course, you know that the chase variation of it, there it is on screen for you guys so you guys can see what it looks like. I don't have it in hand yet. I will try to get that as soon as possible, and then I'll show you guys once I get it. But definitely really cool that is also the chase car for the set. Let's go ahead and throw up our Skylines all over here, and we'll put them, actually, you know, we can move them over a little bit since our last car we only have one of, and we'll go right to our last car right now. It is the Lexus LFA, a brand new casting for 2025, a beauty. And you guys know that in real life, the Lexus LFA has got to be one of the best sounding cars of all time. The V10 that it came with, it's just an amazing car. We have it in the original white colored variation, and I'm hoping that we do get some recolors of it because there are some really cool colors that you can get of it. Yellow, blue, silver, to name a few basically, but I'm sure we will get some new colors of it. But white looks great. Looks like it's got a red interior on there, so the white on red is fantastic. And there we have it from the front end. The nice lights on there. From the side, we got the 10 spokes on this one. The F Sport, or the F that Lexus is, that's Lexus's performance division with the F. And then we have the nice scoops on there. The spoiler on the real life car has it's a raise and goes up and down, so it's kind of in like its performance race style mode, just like I always rave about the McLaren P1 mainline that has it parked in race mode. So I love spoilers. I love it when the retractable spoilers are actually turned up on there, so that's good. You can see that rear end with all the detail on that one right there, but looking really nice. And we'll go ahead and throw that one right down there. I love doing this view, so I've gone ahead and held all 5 cars from this brand new set, the Timeless Icon set. I gotta say, it is most likely, in my opinion, the best Hot Wheels 5-car premium set we have ever seen. 5 amazing cars, 3 brand new castings, the Porsche Carrera GT new to the premium line. Just a great set, and hopefully you guys can find it in store, get your hand on it, pick it up. You're gonna absolutely love it.